Good morning, tubers. Matt and Roy back again. I wasn't even thinking of making a vlog today, to be honest with you. I'm just going around to the different thrift stores. I did go, and I will show you. I wound up getting my flu shot this morning. You can see the little tab right there, which I need to pull off right now. So that's taken care of for the year. That was something I'm really thinking about, and I highly recommend doing that for pretty much everybody. Lately, I know the flu over the past few years, at least in this area, has been really, really bad. So getting a flu shot just totally makes sense because it's not something you want to go through. I remember when I was younger, I think I had the flu when I was around 10. I had it again when I was about 13, and that was it in my life, and that was enough because both of those threw me for a loop. One, I was actually out sick from school for a week and sitting in bed, couldn't hardly get out of bed, couldn't keep anything down, so I definitely don't want to go through that again. The one other one they were recommending for me too is the I'm trying to think what it was called. Now my mind just went blank. The pneumonia shot, which my parents do get, but I'm still a little too young to do that. I think I'll wait a couple more years and then I'll probably start getting that shot. But that's not what this is about. I just left one of my favorite thrift stores, Lifeline Thrift, and man, did I find something really, really cool. Actually, it's a few cool items. Just getting ready to leave, I did wind up finding a computer monitor in the back, 20-inch Scepter. No big deal, got it for $4. That one I think I'm going to put downstairs to replace my father's monitor, which is failing. Every once in a while, maybe once every month or two, it'll just kind of freeze up. So I think we're getting some bad caps in there. Let me show you what I found. First and foremost, Super Game Boy. Got this one for $2. Probably not going to use this one too much. I don't even know if it'll work with the Retro Duo that I have. I'll have to look that up. It may or may not. But I found some really, really awesome Super Nintendo games. First one, Super Mario Kart. Got these for $5 a piece. Normally I wouldn't pay that much for them, but I know these are well worth that. And these are games I absolutely love. So this is Super Mario Kart. I have Super Bomberman. Excellent, excellent game. This is going to be so much fun to play. I haven't actually played this one in a long time. And then I also got good old Super Mario World. And the one here that is really rare and actually very valuable, I'm not exactly sure what I'm going to do with this one yet. It's Super Mario World 2 Yoshi's Island. Absolutely floored to have this. This one is actually in very good condition. The label and everything, you can see there's not a lot of fading or discoloration there. Pretty much the same thing with Super Mario World. Unfortunately, and I'll show you this again, the Super Mario Kart is another story. Not only is this label faded, it is starting to show some wear, like right up here in the corner in front and then back over here in the corner. So I don't know what that one's going to be worth. Now, bearing in mind, I am not going to sell these right away because I've been dying to play Super Mario World and Super Mario World 2 for sure. And Super Mario Kart is excellent. It's another very, very fun game. So I'm going to have my fun out of these for a little while. Definitely test them out, make sure they're working properly. And then maybe after a little while, I'll go ahead and put those up for sale. But there's not really too much else we're going to be doing today. I do need to go home. I am applying for a part-time job. I am not going to tell you guys with who because I've been down that road before. Everybody's just way, way too interested in my personal life. And I do share certain things, but when it comes to my work, I prefer not to share those details, mainly because I don't want people just showing up at my place of business. And it's not for the majority. The majority of you are really great, but there are a few out there that watch my channel that I know would probably make trouble for my employer. So just don't feel bad about that. Just know that I'm not going to share every little aspect of my life. Well, I'm going to go and head home. We'll see what the rest of the day brings, and I'll talk to you guys in a little bit. Woo! All right, tubers. So as you can see, we've got some rain action going on today. I didn't think it was supposed to rain. Only had a real slight chance of it. I think it was like 20%. But I just checked the radar, and we definitely have a nice red block right in our area. So this is what we're dealing with right now. I just had some lunch, had some leftover macaroni and cheese. And tonight, what are we making, Mom?
Salisbury steak. What do I call it?
We're doing Salisbury steak with what? With broccoli. So we're trying to cut down on the carbs. I'm going to turn this way so you guys can see my face a little bit better. But yes, we're doing really well. Didn't exercise today because we are taking a day off. We're going to do it every other day. Mom says she might try to do it every day, but I'm going to convince her not to, because when you exercise that heavily every day, you tend to wear your body out. So what we're going to do is scatter it. Probably do it Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and Saturday or Sunday. So we'll just have to see what's going on. Woo! Yep, sounds like we're getting some thunder right now. So I'm going to go ahead and pause the vlog. I don't know if I'll be able to go out again today. We'll have to see what happens with this rain. But I'll talk to you guys a little bit later. Oh my gosh, guys, that was so funny. I just left Lowe's. Mom's in there right now. She's buying a few things, but I need to drive her over here because Dad has the car. And as I'm walking out, there's a Lincoln Navigator pulling out, and I'm looking at his bumper, and this guy has a piece, like a piece of wood, one like little trim piece, almost like moldings you'd find on a wall. And I'm looking at this, and I'm like, boy, this looks odd. And I'm like, is this thing nailed down to his bumper? So as he's pulling out, I start to realize that it's just sitting there. And I luckily has a window open. I'm like, sir, you know you have wood on your bumper. So he stops, comes out, and he goes like this. Oh. He said he actually had that on there since he left his storage unit. He was trying to find a paint to match it. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm so glad I said something. And he's like, yeah, I wonder what you were staring at. I'm like, yeah, I mean, it's so odd to just have two pieces of wood sitting right on the bumper. And if you guys ever seen Lincoln Navigators, they have a fairly large bumper that bows out. It's probably about maybe 3 inches long. And the wood was literally just sitting there. He had one trim piece, and then another one on top, which was kind of like an edge piece. I couldn't believe molding. Thank you. I couldn't think of the name. It was like a little trim piece and a molding. But he was so grateful because if he lost that, he would have really been, you know what, screwed. I don't want to say the word, but I did anyway. Because this was stuff you could tell from an old house. This was like really old wood. So that was my good deed for the day. Hopefully he won't make that same mistake twice. But you know what? We've all done it in the past, guys. I know that I remember a couple of times I left my coffee cup on top of the roof when I was bringing stuff into the car, just drove away and went right on the ground. So, you know, it happens. Oh, man, it is getting really hot out today too, guys. I mean, being the middle of September, I would have thought we'd get a little bit more of a reprieve with the temperatures, but still sitting right around 80 degrees now, and it is really, really humid. As a matter of fact, we just finished a rainstorm here about half an hour ago. But on another good note, I do have my job application in. We'll have to see what happens there. I had to get a driving record for this particular position, and the gentleman, the manager, wasn't there when I turned in, so I just gave it to one of the assistant managers, and hopefully they'll give me a call. So we'll just have to see what happens there. I'm going to pause the video because I think Mom's just about ready to come out, and I will talk to you guys a little bit later. All right, so here we are in Home Depot, and being this is the end of the summer season, check out some of these deals on the grills. This is really cool. Here's a Next grill, and this is $169 down from $199. These are kind of real cheapo little things. Now, one thing I noticed, I doubt this is included, this has got an electronic plug-in rotisserie here, so you can put your chicken or small turkey on there, maybe even some hot dogs, and it'll actually spin and cook over the flames. 4 burners. Knobs seem kind of cheapish. Definitely electronic ignition. This one even has a little side burner to it. I'll have to ask them if that rotisserie is included. Wow, check this out, guys. Never seen a little side burner like that. This reminds me of one of those heating elements you find in like a propane heater. Kind of wonder how well that would work, but heck, for 169 bucks, might be worth picking up if that little with a little rotisserie comes with it. Gonna check that out. Mom's back there looking at tiles, and I'll talk to you guys later. Tubers, well, we are back home, and yes, before you even ask, we did buy the grill, and she looks so good there. We're able to get this one that was fully assembled. Once again, it's called the Next grill. Nothing super special, but I mean, for $169, 5 burners, 4 in here, and then 1 infrared burner here on the side, and they all work great. I'll go ahead and light the infrared one for you. really good for searing meat or just putting pots on. You can actually do both. And since this is almost flameless, it's not going to put a black or a brown ring around pots that you use. And yes, for that price, we did also get the Rotisserie. This is the motor right here. I actually took it off. The motor actually sits right in here on the side, and then the spit goes to the other side, and that's actually housed right here. There's a little spot for it right here. So I am really, really happy to have had this. Like I said, I know it's a cheaper grill. It may only last 2 or 3 years, but for $169, we could definitely not go wrong. And even has a thermometer on top. Well, I'm going to go ahead and end the vlog for today. I hope you guys really enjoyed it. Please continue to remember to like and subscribe. And as always, have a blessed day, everybody.